I forgot to look up the ship numbers for Old Man Hawkeye in the ship numbers video, but just rest assured that the shipping numbers are probably super low, even though some of these issues have gone into second printings. Just assume it's pretty bad and you need to go buy it. So let's look at the cover here. Probably the most simple cover as of yet, and we see Hawkeye, he's just taking a nice little nap in the sun. And let me tell you, the best thing you can do when you're bleeding out is to take a nap. That is definitive. It's in all the medical literature you're ever going to find. So don't even bother reading it. Just trust me on this one. If you're bleeding out, take a nap. Because you know what? Those Z's are going to up your cc's of blood. Okay? I'm not here saving fucking lives, dog. So let's get into this. We begin the story. The majority of this comic, except for the final page, takes place 45 years ago. 45 years ago, before the world was ready for me. The world wasn't ready 45 years ago for me. I'm just saying. So let's just be thankful that I exist now. Because the world couldn't handle my shit 45 years ago. So we see we've got a plane here, or not a Quinjet, but not your typical airplane. And we see they're going toward Las Vegas, where a huge team of supervillains are apparently making a coordinated attack. But, they're being, at least Hawkeye, he's being jovial about it. He's ready to have some steak. He's thinking about the after party. And then probably the after party with Black Widow. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, hey, use code names. Even though I'm pretty certain every villain knows everything about us. And we see who's all here. We've got Thor. We got Falcon. We got Scarlet Witch. Somebody. Quicksilver. Somebody. I mean, I feel like there are too many guys who their motif is Old Glory. I'll just throw that out there. War Machine. We've got this guy who is the Beetle, but if you remember from the previous issues, he stopped being the Beetle for a while because he was like, hey, bugs aren't intimidating. Maybe if they're disease-filled, like, I'm not afraid of mosquitoes in America, but you bet your ass I'm going to be afraid of mosquitoes if I'm ever in Africa. A mosquito net is going to be a part of my outfit everywhere I go. Why am I there? What good could I possibly be doing in Africa? I don't know, but I'm going to have, mosquito nets on nets on nets. We see this guy, who I believe his name is Alpha, he turns into a giant. He's already been murdered, so don't even worry about that. And then two white ladies, one of which is called Songbird. I could not tell you which one that is. Dude, fucking Red Cross is calling me right now. Can they tell that I was talking about blood? I got that A negative. It's the second most rare type, and they fucking want it. And if Red Cross came to my house, I would be donating all the time. But I gotta go to them. I gotta go to their big ass bloodmobile. Come on, man. So we see a lot of these people on the team were formerly of the Thunderbolts, and Black Widow, she's expressing a little bit of concern. Also, there are two other teams involved here. Captain Marvel, which, Captain Marvel should be the C team. If there are three teams, they should be the C team on that. Black Panther, oh shit, no, they actually got 4 teams. So, Captain Marvel team, Black Panther, and Cap, they're all done. So they're like, alright, let's bring in Hawkeye. Let's save the best for last, am I right? But apparently some of these guys used to be on the Thunderbolts, which Thunderbolts used to be a bad guy group, and they are sort of still bad from what I've read, but it's like their penance. It's like, hey, you gotta save a couple lives because of all the other murder you've done. I mean, we gotta balance the books here. We see Abe here, he's quite honored to be hanging out with War Machine, and you gotta look at these guys. Which one is cooler? Easily War Machine. Why? Because his armor is more detailed. Look at it. His shin guards are fucking nothing. His shin guards look like I got them at Hibbett Sports. These Dear God, I had to go to the Nike store to get these shin guards. Holy shit! I'm just saying, if you're gonna be a robot man, make sure your design. Look at that. It's just too flat. Too flat. Look at that. He has epaulets, and his epaulets are fucking machine guns. So I'm just saying, if you're gonna be building a robot suit to, you know, gun down a school or something, make sure you look fly. Make sure you got a lot of rivets and creases and everything. So we see Scarlet Witch. She comes up in the cockpit and she's like, "What? It looks like someone flying." And who could it be but Magneto? This comic is primarily the fight that happens, and I'm probably not going to show a whole lot of this just because it does look cool, so you need to get it. But we see he's just completely decimated their ship, which I got to tell you, this was happening 45 years ago in an alternate universe, so they wouldn't have it. But I'm just saying, for future, can we just 3D print everything? Can we just 3D print all the ships, all the weapons out of plastic or something? Because this guy is, he knows we love metal. We have an affinity for it. We like shiny stuff. I would have diamond plate fucking everything if it didn't look trashy and gaudy, and if I would have to drive like a truck that have 2 wheels on each side to show everybody that my dick is definitely not small. I just can't pull it off. But on the inside I would. I'm like Costanza, who would always be wearing velour if it was accepted by society. But I'm just saying, for future plans, if we encounter a guy who can control metal, let's just 3D print everything, alright? So, Hawkeye, everybody, they're falling towards the Earth. War Machine, he's about to get Hawkeye, but his armor starts going wonky, and they don't understand there are procedures in place to allow Magneto not to be able to take control of his armor, which, it's still metal, guys, so whoever was the crack team on that one, they done fucked up. So we see everybody's in shock, and Black Widow's like, "Hey, we'll have to mourn Rhodey later." Which is like, it's very odd to say. Like, I feel like in a battle situation, she would just say, "Come on," but she's like, no, we'll mourn. Our friend is dead. Let that sink in. And we will have to mourn him, but we are unable to mourn him now. So everybody get ready to fight, right? And we see Thor, he's getting geared up here. Hawkeye is trying to look as impressive as this, but it's just not going to happen. Ooh, that kind of looks like, it doesn't look like diamond plate, but it also doesn't. So then we get the Avengers Assemble page. This looks pretty incredible. How does this guy see? What is up with people having masks where there are no eye slits or anything? So let's see who the baddies are in this situation. We got Magneto back here just floating around, just flapping around. How does he get his cape to do that? Is he constantly flying up and then flying down, so he's just always in flux doing that, so his cape would do that? Or does he have like little metal things embedded in the cape? Because he's like, hey, I mean, look, I know red and purple they're in the same color family, so it matches, but it also conflicts with each other. So in order for me to sell this, I gotta have my cape flapping in the wind. The cape flapping will distract them from the fact that this outfit may or may not be kind of gay. So we got Hobgoblin here, Sandman, a woman with a terrible haircut. Is there anything more frightening? Quicksilver is actually on the good guys team, but he just looks like he's going for a power walk. So I don't know if we can count on him. Crossbones, and then this lady here who isn't Psylocke, but anytime a lady looks like this and has this, bitch, you're Psylocke. So we get a little bit of fighting here. Magneto, he does something bananas. Again, this is alternate universe, so it doesn't really count. But you know what? It counts to me. I gotta respect. I mean, if we're not going to acknowledge the accomplishments of alternate universes and Earths, well then what are we even doing? This is why the aliens aren't coming down. Because we haven't been able to respect the other Earths. They're like, how can they even respect themselves in an alternate timeline? How are we even going to communicate with these people? I guess we just got to keep bringing them up one by one and raping them. So he does something incredible. He does something shocking. And then Thor and Magneto, they go at each other. But now Crusher Creel, he comes in. And he is charged up with the electromagnetism mixed with Scarlet Witch's magic. That's the stuff. So this is what it feels like to be a god, or what it feels like to kill a god. I would love. Would you rather want to be a god or kill a god? I'm going to say kill a god every day. Because if I kill a god, people are just going to assume that I'm godlike. And I got to murder. So, I'm always looking for the angles of trying to get a murder in. If I kill a god, ooh, I'm definitely landed myself in the history books. I'm definitely getting my events carved into everything. Even if it happened today, if I killed a god today, I'd be like, take me to the Empire State Building. We gotta start carving my face into that shit so people will remember. So Thor says, we shall see who kills whom. That we will. And Creel has sort of like a ball and chain as his weapon. He hits him so hard. Thor just crashes into a hotel in Vegas. This guy he should have got the fuck out of here. Immediately. I mean, superheroes are coming to have a throwdown. I feel like you can feel that in the air. I feel like there's a certain magnetism in the air. And then even Thor cannot find the floor with the ice machine. He goes flying. Creel is on his tail. He is like, Creel, you couldn't get any other pants? I feel like that conflicts with the Sandman's sweater. I feel like the prison should have provided you. Somebody should have provided you with some dope pants. I'm just saying. So Creel, he lands on him. He's wailing on him. And eventually Hawkeye tries to save him, which Hawkeye, what's she going to do with this situation? Nothing. And then Thor's hammer thunks down and everybody just stares at it because they're like, oh, we can't pick that up. Is this in the middle of a street? Because that's going to be hazardous to pedestrians. Because this is going to be in the way. Dude, that reminds me. I had to fucking wait an hour today in traffic. Due to an accident. They had to use the jaws of life on somebody. Good God. If you're going to get in a car, don't have an accident. Is it that difficult? Jesus. This was in another issue where you can go look at Thor's hammer. Because you're like, oh, it's... I mean, if you've seen pictures of it in the Marvel Universe, I feel like you got it. So, there's some double-crossing stuff going on. Some people die, everybody dies. Some more double-crossing, and then the issue ends with Old Man Hawkeye telling Old Lady Hawkeye, Old Lady Kate Bishop, about the story, and then there's a thing that references one of the double crossings. I'm not going to get into it because I want you to go get it. But I also want you to know that if you're going to get in your car, don't have an accident. I fucking sat in traffic for an hour. I've never been in traffic that badly. They had to wait on the jaws of life. There were people getting out of their cars and walking up and down and talking to other people. Thank God nobody came up to me because it'd just be some dumb Arkansas person saying, well, what do you think happened? Somebody's fucking dead probably, and I don't know why they can't scrape their corpse out of whatever so we can get this shit moving. But, I mean, they had to use the jaws of life, so I would assume they're alive. If they're using the jaws of life on a corpse, I'm gonna say something my tax dollar.